Hi everyone. Songwriting is a way of channeling feelings and thoughts. Join me today on set is a young singer-songwriter, Miss Lindsey. My name is Christopher Aid. Welcome to Seasons of Music. Hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of Seasons of Music. Joining me on set today is Lindsey.
Hi everybody.
Lindsey, this is going to be easy. Lindsey was a little scared that I'll ask her kind of hard questions, but no, it's a casual conversation. We're with friends, we're among friends, so it should be fine. So let me start. Fun fact. Tell me a fun fact about
Oh my
yourself.
gosh, that's a hard question already. A fun fact. I like to exercise. That's a fun fact.
Yeah?
Yeah, I train people actually.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, that's something that I enjoy. Healthy lifestyle, active lifestyle.
Right, nice. So that's all part of a sort of holistic
View of life.
view of life, yeah. I know you are known as a singer-songwriter.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and how that came about.
Well, I, at the age of 5, was blessed to be part of Love Movement Choir. And I grew up in the choir. My entire life I was there. And about maybe 8 years ago or so, I decided that I didn't really want to be part of a choir. I wanted to go out on my own and do my own music and try to put myself out there as an independent artist, per se. And that's what I started to do. I left the choir and I started to invest into my own music, my own style, my own sound, and see where that would take me.
So going back, I think, did you go to, you were at primary school, St. Bernard's?
Yes, so I went to St. Bernard's, and that's where I was able to join the choir because at the time, Bernadette Lachlan Scott was the choir director in St. Bernard's. So from there, it was kind of like just a transition from being in the school into the choir, and then I went Holy Name.
Right.
And yeah.
Same thing. So your family, was your family involved in?
Yes.
So would you say you are come from a singing family? Your parents sing?
Yes. Well, I have 6 siblings.
Right. Wow.
And
that's a fun fact.
Yeah, that should have been a fun fact.
Yes.
6 siblings, all very close, same parents, same house, grew up together, and all of us sing. All 7 of us sing. All 7 of us were in the choir at one point, but 6 of us went ahead. One decided that just wasn't for him.
Yeah.
And
early on.
Yeah, very, very early on.
So your parents used to sing before?
Well, they weren't singers in the way that the children are, but they can sing. So they would sing in the house, they would play the radio, and they would sing. But it wasn't like an active interest, I would say.
So basically, you're saying it started at St. Bernard's.
Yes.
And then it progressed over the years.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
So so did you play major parts in the Love Movement?
Yes, I always say I'm always blessed. I'm always grateful for any opportunity I've had, and I've had the opportunities to have leading roles, whether it be in certain productions, drama productions, whether it be in solo song singing solo, and things like that throughout the years. So I was able to get a taste of that kind of lifestyle per se, to be a solo artist, but on stage with the choir growing up. So.
Life has a meaning.
But what about what was your first song that you wrote that you put music to it? You remember?
First ever?
Yeah.
That I can't remember.
One that you recorded officially.
Oh, so my first recorded song that I wrote was also a song, actually. I recorded it at Living Waters. I did the video at Living Waters. That was a song about abortion. Um, and that was so long ago, I just remembered. I don't know why I forget that one, but that one is very special. It was a song about abortion, speaking from the perspective of the baby.
How old were you then?
Teens.
And how did you come about that? And you could tell me what it's about after.
Sure.
Is it something that affected you, seeing what was going on in the world, or?
At the point in time, I was in a group in church, and they were doing different topics about the faith and so on, and abortion was one of them. And for whatever reason, I felt called to write a song about it. That really was it. So as the song stated, it's from the perspective of the child telling the mother, you know...
The unborn child?
Yes, the unborn child, telling the mother, you know, what I could be, and you might think that this isn't good, but, you know, trust in the Lord that I will be a gift to you in your life, that kind of thing. So, yeah, and I recorded it for, actually, Love Movement. They had an album out a time ago.
Right.
And I did it for them, and I was very blessed to have the opportunity to do a music video at Living Waters. So that was my very first song that I wrote, that I published.
So, and then you went on to
My own...
your own type of music.
Yes. So, with that, I started to do my own production. I produced my own music.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and that came out as a result of wanting to be able to put my sound to things, because I would always go to different producers and say, you know, I have this song. I would even record all of the instrumentals, a cappella, the drums, everything, and I say, yeah. Just the other day I found one. It was really interesting, and I say, I just want you to make this into music for me.
Right.
And no shame or anything to anybody. Everybody has their own sound, and I just wasn't getting what I wanted. So I said, you know what, I'm going to try this myself. I learned, went on YouTube, downloaded everything I needed to, all the software, learned how to produce music, and the first song that I released with my production and I wrote was a song called No Excuses, which also has a music video for it, so yeah.
So did you, okay, you went on YouTube. I know that's what a lot of young people, I know now the even younger ones are going on TikTok, but YouTube. But so you would rent a studio, or how would you do?
In my room.
In your room? So you had the equipment to do this, or?
One of my brothers, he saw that I was really invested in it, and he so kindly, for one of my birthdays, bought me a very simple software setup. Yeah. Just a mic and an interface and so on, and from that, I did what I had to do in my room. So yeah, No Excuses was done in my room.
Yeah. So as a singer-songwriter, do you have to submit your music and your songs to a body? And in Trinidad is Scott, and then I think there's another company. I mean, it goes for the song. Have you done that?
Yeah, I'm registered with COT, but
Okay.
you don't have to. It's more if you want to get paid for when your songs play. So I have soca songs out on the radio right now, and that was why I registered with COT. Soca isn't really my niche per se, as in to be a soca artist. That's not my thing. I love the culture, the songs and all that. I have to be very specific in what type of soca song I would sing if I am to sing. Yeah. But that's why I registered with COT, because once it plays on the radio, then you could get your royalties and so on.
Right. Because I've heard one or two of your songs. So would you say your song is a soca, calypso, or is it R&B soca? How do you?
My songs?
Yeah,
or
your songs that you.
The songs that I produce, I would say.
The ones, the ones that you've done, the calypsos you've done at the competitions.
Oh, they are, I would say, a mix between a groovy soca and calypso.
Yeah.
It's not full on calypso, but it always has an energy to it of a groovy soca song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I would say. The ones that I do in the competition.
Lindsey! Good evening, Russian. Have you ever met the boogeyman? If you haven't, consider yourself blessed. I have something to say about him. As a child, I was afraid of the dark, scared for nighttime to come and pass, hoping to fall asleep fast, fast, fast. But what was strange is that my home is my safety, a place of love where I could be free. But of a boogeyman I was scared. And now here I am, a grown-up big woman, looking at my country as my home. And yet, where I stand, there's a bigger boogeyman who wants to destroy everything we know. His name is violence. His name is anger. He creates danger, fear and strife. He causes grief at home and in the streets. Don't know the fate you meet. Can we tame this beast? But I have an answer. His kryptonite is love. Let me change the human heart. Oh yes, yes we are the answer. And with help of God above, change this nation with love. You're not the boogeyman yet? I hope not. As a child, when the nightmares used to come, to mommy and daddy I would run for a little hug up and some love. Oh yeah. But today, who are we running to for safety? Who to trust? Who to help we? Feeling like the system it has failed. Yet now, as I stand, a grown-up big woman, looking at my country as my home. And yes, where I stand, there's a powerful boogeyman who wants to destroy everything. His name is violence. His name is anger. He creates danger, fear and strife. He causes grief at home and in the streets. Don't know the fate you meet. Can we tame this beast? But what I have an answer. His kryptonite is love. Let me change the human heart. Oh yeah, yes we are the answer. And with help of God above, change this nation with love.
So when I realized that you're into fitness, I know I think you played a sport
Played
at
many
one
sports.
time.
But
So you
my-
always, but your family is sport
My
In time, or
brothers,
your brothers?
yeah, my brothers and one of my sisters were athletic. My brothers represented the country for judo and all of that when they were
Okay.
younger. And I was always a tomboy growing up. I
Yeah.
was always around my brothers more than my sisters. So, but yeah, I
You're the
played
last?
last girl. I have
The
a younger
last girl.
brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah. I played sports my entire life, and the last sport I played was for club, rugby.
Right.
So that was my last major sport that I played.
So how did you get into the fitness, singing, fitness?
They're both two passions of mine, and because I did both for my entire life, as I said, from singing was from 5 years up. Sports was as soon as I could have played in primary school, anything.
Right.
I was in track and field in primary school, gymnastics in primary school, so both hand in hand were just my life growing up. So when I finished playing sports, because I had an injury that required surgery and all that, after that I still wanted to maintain an active lifestyle, so I started to go to the gym more as a more dedicated way of being active. And from that, really liked to help people. That's something else that I also like to do, help people see the best version of themselves in any way that I can. And I was able to do that in training people in the gym and just seeing their face light up when they realize their capabilities, you know.
So you find they mix at all?
They can.
They can.
They can. Depending on the type of songs that I write, I've had a lot of feedback from people that I know and don't know who have said that, you know, they can resonate and they needed to hear this song today because they can understand and feel what I'm going through because they're going through something similar. So in a way, my music can help, and of course, in helping people in the gym.
So you have a favorite song that you've written out of all the 7 songs? Is it like the latest one you've had was when was that?
The last song I released, which I think was last month, was a song called My Plea. It is a very short plea about, you know, the state of the country right now, the unfortunate state of the country right now, and it's just one verse, one chorus, you know, reminiscing on, you know, the good old days versus what's happening now, and pleading that we bring back our country to what we know it can be and should be. So right now that song is resonating with, I would say is the one that I listen to more than the others because it's the most pertinent one every day. You know, unfortunately you can see how it can relate to people's lives. So yeah.
So did you always write music from a child? Like, you know, some children, you know, good at poetry because, you know, people keep telling me songwriting is simple once you get something in your head to write it down. But I just found it's always difficult.
I would say I was always a creative person, so I always like to write. At first it wasn't poems, but it was just writing in my diary, novels, eventually fiction. But my grandmother, who has passed away, she used to play guitar avidly. And she
so
taught
that's where
me,
you have your...
Well, I guess, yeah. But just singing, but music. Yeah. And she taught me how to play the guitar. And from learning to play the guitar, I started to write my songs on the guitar first, before anything. And that was all through late primary school into secondary school, just at home writing songs.
So you had no like formal training?
No.
Or just your grandmother?
Yeah.
Right, so everybody else was able to...
They didn't really take an interest in it, I would say. I was the one who would be at her feet when she was practicing because she used to do shows with her group that she was in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I used to be at her feet while she was practicing, and she saw that I had an interest and I wanted to learn, so she taught me.
Somewhere along the line, I remember over the years, because I knew Lindsey for many years, there was one year you all entered music festival as a family, like the Von Trapp family. Was that
the girls?
Yeah. So how did that come about? Is it that you all went up from the school, or was it a separate thing?
So all 4 girls, it's 4 girls, 3 boys. All 4 girls went Holy Name, all the boys went CIC. Right. And through Holy Name, all of us were in the choir in school. So there was a section in the music festival that had a quartet you could have done. And well, we went up as sisters, and I'm not sure we placed first or second, I can't remember. That was a long time ago. But it was a great experience because at home, everybody's singing through the house. Daddy always made sure radio was playing, music playing, and we would sing and harmonize with each other, doing our own thing. Yeah, you know, that was just life for us. So being able to do that with my sisters is a core memory that I really appreciate.
Right.
It's the way you make me feel. Cast your spell like a magician. But I know that this is real. Boy, I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Nobody try to impress me. You can arrest me. 'Cause every single charge I am guilty for being in love with you. This is not a little schoolgirl thing. My love for you not over when the school bell ring. I feel it deep down inside, it's never ending. Committed love, not into no fling. Don't drop the ball, I leave it in your hands. And I'm only giving you one chance, not one time, 2 time, 3 time, 4. Here's my heart, it's yours. 'Cause I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Nobody try to impress me. You can arrest me. 'Cause every single charge I am guilty for being in love with you. Baby, I'm guilty, yeah. It's the way you make me feel. Cast your spell like a magician. But I know that this is real. Boy, I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you.
So as a singer-songwriter, how do you get your music out there? You know, as I look at the movies, and you would see some of them running around to different stations and asking them to play the
Yes.
song, to play the song. Is it like that, or?
It can be. That is unfortunately somewhere that is not a strong point of mine in terms of getting my music out there because of the whole social media aspect of it. I'm not as active as I should be for what I'm doing.
You think you're a shy person or bold person? Because sometimes it's marketing yourself, and also if you have the time to. If you're doing an 8 to 4 job, it's hard to do that unless you have somebody managing you. Do you have that difficulty in?
I don't like to make excuses for myself in that I know that I can do what I should do to get my music out there if I really wanted to. So whilst, yes, I do work at 8 to 4, and then after that I work a 4 to 7 with training, so it's an entire day out. But, you know, you can if you really want it.
Yeah.
I think where I set myself back is, some people are just not social media people.
Yeah.
And I just think I fall into that category.
You would do it, but you're not really fully
into it, and constantly posting and constantly out there. That's just not who I am.
Yeah.
If, like you said, if somebody was able to manage that or take over that for me and do it, sure.
Yeah.
But that's where I need to.
So, in terms of where do you see yourself going from here? You ever see yourself doing it full time?
I would like to be a recording artist, not necessarily an entertainer. I don't have to be on the stage personally anymore. Like I can I record music and I can put it out there, and I think that for me it just comes, as I said, many years of being on stage since I've known myself.
Yeah.
So it's not a been there, done that, because you can always grow,
Right.
but that aspect of it, I'm satisfied. So now I want to write my music, record it, and put it out there and let the world hear it, but I don't feel the need to be, in a concert every year. It's nice, I'm not saying no, but it's not what's driving me to do what I need to do. So where do I see myself? Putting out music that people appreciate, and
you doing any
building.
gospel type music or not yet, or you haven't?
Not yet. I write, actually. I have worship songs that I write, but I haven't released any as yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's not a no, it's just a not yet.
In God's time, I think, those things will kind of open up for you in your life. So we should see much more
Yes.
from you.
Yes,
hopefully.
yes, definitely.
And then you're gonna go into a bigger studio and.
Yes. Okay, let me clarify.
Does that limit you though?
I was not going to clarify. When I do my final recordings, I will go to a proper studio. So everything else, the production, making the song, doing the demo, having that, is done in my house. But when I want to do the final recordings, because I know the quality is what matters, I would go to
So that's good. Lindsey, it's been a pleasure interviewing you. Hearing a lot more, you know, when you see somebody and you know them, you don't know what is going on in their life. So it was
a
really
pleasure
a pleasure.
to be here.
And it was,
No hard questions.
So again, there you have it, folks, and that's my famous line. Another episode of Seasons of Music. I'm so happy that you were able to join us and to join Lindsey. And Lindsey, all the best.
Thank you very
in
much.
the future, and God's blessing to you all the time.
Thank you.
So, bye. Take care.